I returned home to find my wife with her lover. They assumed my silence meant acceptance, but I've come back, and my revenge will be measured, cold, and absolute. The front door clicked shut, the sound dissolving into the hollow quiet of the hallway, and there they were, her laughter, too sharp, too bright, him leaning in, an intrusion into my space. My world constricted to the cloying mix of cheap cologne and her perfume, a simple, brutal betrayal. They thought I wouldn't see, that I would swallow the insult and disappear. I didn't move, didn't speak. I stood, feigning absorption with my coat, my eyes fixed on the carpet's weave. Her gaze found mine, a flash of panic, then a forced, fragile smile. I retreated, one deliberate step. They didn't know the calculation had already begun. The following days passed in a suspended silence. I observed, phone calls held in hushed tones, glances that lingered, texts half concealed by a cupped hand. We ate dinner at the usual hour. Her chair sat empty across from me. I played my part, all while cataloging every lie, every evasive shift of her eyes. Sometimes I doubted, could I have misunderstood? But the memory was etched in acid, their closeness, that shared laughter, a misplaced key, a foreign scent on her collar, a smudge of unfamiliar lipstick, fragments of a truth assembling itself. I did not react. My rage was a low, contained heat beneath a placid surface. I began to compile text logs, social traces, phone records. I documented routines, took silent photos, preserved conversations. I became a ghost in my own house, watching, waiting, and I rehearsed every word, every pause for the moment of revelation. The proof arrived in a plain envelope. Inside, a single sheet of paper, the confirmation I already knew. He was not a friend. She had woven a life of lies. I held it. My heartbeat was steady. I did not rage. I only smiled, a faint, cold curve of the lips. Dinner that night, the three of us. I set the envelope between the cutlery. Her eyes dropped to it, then flew to mine. "Explain," I said, my voice calm. She stammered. He leaned forward, defensive, confused. "I've known," I spoke slowly, each word a deliberate weight. "For months. You underestimated me." Shock immobilized them. The blood drained from her face. "Your choices are recorded, your deceptions documented. Nothing is hidden from me now." The silence in the room became a physical thing. Then I left, not in a fury, but with a quiet finality. My vengeance was not in violence, but in exposure, the unbearable weight of being truly seen. Days later, I returned briefly. The atmosphere had curdled. Her eyes wouldn't meet mine. His presence had vanished from the phone logs. I walked through the rooms, my every step a verdict. I saw, I know. They approached, seeking remorse or reconciliation. I shook my head. No, it was finished the moment you began. You cannot hide from consequences, and I do not forgive. I left them in the wreckage of their own making. No gloating was necessary. The truth itself was the blade. Outside, the cold air was clean. My footsteps echoed a steady, solitary rhythm. I thought of their stunned faces, the fragility of their collapsed fiction. There was no relief in this, no triumph, only a severe, clarifying control. The betrayal would not define me. I had stared into their deceit, planned my steps with care.